for Virginia. We believe it's going to be Jeff Gaffney, or have they got Maurizio Manca on the field?
It is Manca on the field.
Manca is on the field. We'll tell you a story about that. Scott Secules will hold. And this will be just like an extra point, really, except it's not in the middle of the field. It's from the left hash mark. 20-yard attempt. And that is good. So Virginia, after the long kickoff return by Chris Warren and then a nice run from scrimmage by Warren, they get set back a bit on a couple of penalties, but they get the 3 points on the 20-yard field goal. Virginia draws first blood. It is 3-0. The Cavaliers on top of the Gamecocks. South Carolina's run and shoot will get the ball when we come back.
There's no slowing down with the silver bullet tonight. Coors Light beer.
Virginia leading it by the score of 3-0. Maurizio Manca, who you look at there, number 6, and his older brother Massimo Manca kicks for Penn State. But now it will be Jeff Gaffney who will kick off. They're going to split the duties. Until Friday, they didn't know if Gaffney would be able to play because he needed a 9th semester of eligibility. Didn't know if he'd get it. He did, though, and Gaffney kicks it off. A low kick.
Advantage down there. That's about the only pass you can really get away with unless you try and pick somebody on a crossing route. Again, Virginia gets stymied down close, and they have to settle for 3.
And to give Mikowski credit, he threw it where the only man who could have caught it would be John Ford. Here's Maurizio Manca once again. He's got a 20-yard field goal to his credit. Now he will try from 22. Again, the left hash mark. CQ's to hold. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So twice Virginia has penetrated deep into South Carolina territory. Twice South Carolina has held near the goal line. And twice Maurizio Manca has come through with a field goal. It is 6-0 Virginia on top. Todd Ellis and the Gamecocks will get the ball when we come back to Scott Stadium.
What do you want to be?
They're available now at your nearby Nissan dealer.
The announcers for this game are approved and selected by Jefferson Pilot Teleproductions. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this telecast without the approved written consent of Jefferson delay. Chris Warren across midfield gets outside. Look out now. 40-yard line. He may be gone. Chris Warren at the 10 of 5. Goodbye. He's excited.
That's how you make up for a fumble. I mean to tell you, he accelerated once he cleared the linebackers.
55-yard touchdown run for Chris Warren, and he is going to be fun to watch. He was a defensive back last year, only because he's such a great athlete. They had to get him in there as a freshman. But then when Howard Petty didn't come back for personal reasons, Warren is let loose in the backfield.
When he accelerated, Greg Philpott, it was a very fine safety. Looked like he had an angle on him. It dissipated very quickly.
It really did. 12-6 the score. Virginia on top. Secules to hold. And the kick by Manca is good. And Virginia out to a 13-6 lead.
Look at it from the end zone. Watch Roy Brown, the tackle, create the hole, and now the acceleration. Boy, he just blew by Matt McKernan, the linebacker, and you can see Philpott thought he had an angle, but no, sir. Beautiful touchdown run for Chris Warren.
All Chris Warren has done, Eckel as the receiver and Mr. Hyde as the punter in this ball game so far.
He says, let's move the ball so I don't have to kick it again.
That's right. Mikowski on play action. Going long. Look at John Ford wide open. He may be gone. 30, 20. John Ford, touchdown, Virginia.
Robert Robinson got caught in what he thought was too deep coverage. He had man coverage on that side. He let Ford go because he thought there was a safety man out there. You put John Ford in the open field, you can look up at the scoreboard because the numbers are going to change.
70-yard touchdown pass from Don Mikowski to John Ford. They were proud of Robert Robinson last week because he'd only gotten beat once the entire game by Vinny Testaverde in that great Miami passing game, but he got beat by John Ford there. Maurizio Manca to kick the extra point. Secules to hold. And that one got inside the right upright. It is 20-13. Virginia on top by 7. We have not been lacking for excitement in this one. 7:40 to go, first half. Virginia 20, South Carolina 13, and we'll be back with more ACC football after this.
Did you see this? Timeouts remaining.
Mattioli to the near side, Ford to the far side. McCaskey swings it out to Morgan. Gets a nice block to the 20. He may be gone. Morgan accelerates for a touchdown, and Virginia goes goes on top, 26-13.
South Carolina blitzed. Virginia called the screen. Just a great play call.
They're mixing it up pretty good offensively.
I tell you what, George Wells, he's a sly fox. When we talked to him yesterday, you would have thought he was coaching the Little Sisters of the Poor. I mean, he said, we'll be lucky if we show up tomorrow. They're showing up here this afternoon, I tell you what.
Now Seacouls will hold. Munko will kick. Looking to extend it to 14 points with only 33 seconds left to go in the half. And he does. Monka has been perfect, and Virginia has a 14-point lead. Let's look at the touchdown.
South Carolina, he was the guy who put pressure on Makowski. Tough decision here for George Wells. He's going to kick the field goal.
I think a very good move because he is a touchdown up, and this will really put the pressure on South Carolina. How many times today has Makowski avoided the loss?
He's a good athlete. There's no question that he reacts well to pressure and tries to make something positive out of it happen. I think the most impressive thing, he has not made the crucial mistake.
Seacouls will hold. Monka will kick. They whistle it down. I think the kick was good, but let's see.
I think they ran out of time. Virginia, I believe, will be called for delay of game.
Dead ball foul, delay of game. Clock ran out before the kick. 5-yard penalty.
So Monka will have to do it again.
Cavaliers wanted to run as much time off the clock as they could. Unfortunately, now you take it from being a routine extra point attempt, although it would be worth 3 points in terms of distance, an extra point attempt, to now being a field goal of a little more distance. He's got it down at about
18 yards.
He's going to put it down just outside the 50,
Oh, yeah, I'm
so
sorry.
about 26-yard field goal.
Yeah, I'm looking at the line of scrimmage. The kick by Monka. He got it. Monka is 3 of 4, and Virginia has extended its lead out of reach of a score, 30-20 with 5:28 to go. Well, the Gamecocks really have their work cut out for them. They're down by 10 with 5:28 to go. Virginia 30, South Carolina 20. We'll be back.